Hello, my name is Brenda. I am 23 years old and I live in Maryland. I am a waitress in a restaurant and I have been doing that for 6 months now. I love cooking. That is why I applied to work in a restaurant as a cook. But the position was filled at that time, so I had to take up the waitress position. I try to make every day at work fun. My colleagues love me because they say I am a very lively and easygoing person. I get good feedback from the customers also, and most of them give me tips for a job well done. Most of my customers do not allow any other waitress to serve them, as they always look for Brenda when they get there. My days off are the days they do not have any other option but to let another person serve them. My manager looks for ways to make me happy so I do not leave the business. Oh, did I tell you? I am an adopted child of a single mom, but she currently lives in another state. I moved out here 2 years back, but she and I still FaceTime all the time, like I never moved out. My mom loves me very much and has done so much for me. I do take part in her personality, and she's a very adorable human being. What brings me here today is that I stumbled into my crush, Edwin, today. He has been my crush since the first year of college. He is very handsome and breathtaking. He was the best in class at that time. I used to wish a lot that he would notice me, which he never did. I am super sure that we all have that one crush in one of our classes that makes us want to go to class. For me, Edwin was the one. His look was quite distracting for me in class, I must confess. And I just had this growing passion for him, but I couldn't summon the courage to tell him. I think someone else would have felt the same way like I did. Unless you have the guts to go up to them and express yourself, your crush could go on living without ever knowing. The funny thing is, everyone thinks I am outspoken, but that was just my one weak point to you today. So, today at the restaurant, I wanted to go home so bad because I had a slight headache. I talked to my manager who told me it was okay for me to go home. So I got my stuff and was in a rush to get to my car. Lo and behold, I mistakenly hit someone's drink. And that was Edwin. My Edwin. Oh my days. Edwin didn't bother about the drink at all, but he was so happy to see me. But me on the other end, I froze. It took me about 40 seconds to realize what I was doing, and I immediately said, "Sorry about the drink, and I will get you another one." He said it was fine, and I asked him what he was doing in Maryland. He told me he came for a job interview. I told him that I would go ahead and take his order since I was less busy. I did take his order and went back to get those. My manager and my colleagues were surprised to see me back as they thought I left already. I told my manager that I decided to stay back since I started to feel better. I went ahead and served Edwin and we talked briefly about the good old days. I laughed at every single thing he said, funny or not funny, and my colleagues wondered what in God's name was wrong with me. A few minutes later, he told me he had to go because he had another appointment to catch up with. I couldn't believe he left without me telling him how I felt about him, and we didn't even exchange contact. It was then that it dawned on me that the headache was back and at this time, migraine, but I couldn't go home again since I already told my manager that I was fine. To date, I haven't summoned the courage to look for him via social media and tell him how I feel about him. I know someone else is on the same page with me on this. Thank you guys for watching and please subscribe.